Quick question. If you passed away tomorrow, how long would it take your family to access your money, your business, your house? Would it take them weeks, months, or years? If you don't have a living trust, the answer is probably longer than you think. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today, we're talking about living trusts, what they are, why people set them up, and how to do it the right way. Because a living trust isn't about being fancy or complicated. It's about control, privacy, and making life easier for the people that you care about. So, what is a living trust? Well, a living trust is a legal structure that holds your assets and lays out exactly who controls them, who benefits from them, and what happens if you pass away or become incapacitated. You're typically the trustee while you're alive, meaning you still control everything. The difference is when something happens to you, the trust takes over immediately. There's no court, there's no delays, and there's no guessing. That's the key. So why do people use living trusts? The biggest reason people set up a living trust is to avoid probate. Probate is slow, public, and expensive, and stressful for families. A living trust allows assets to transfer privately and efficiently. Other big benefits include someone can step in if you're incapacitated. There are clear instructions that reduce family conflict. You have better control over when and how assets are distributed. And it's especially powerful for business owners and parents. A living trust isn't about just death. It's about continuity for your assets. So who should consider a living trust? Well, you should seriously consider a living trust if you own a home or any other type of real estate, you have kids or dependents, you own a business or partnership interest, you want privacy over your assets, and you want control beyond just a basic will. If your life has layers, your plan should too. So what goes into a living trust? Well, a properly set up living trust can hold bank accounts, investment accounts, real estate, business interests, life insurance ownership, and certain digital assets. But here's the part that people miss. Creating the trust isn't enough. You have to fund the trust. That means retitling assets so the trust actually owns them. An unfunded trust is just paper, and this happens all the time. So what are some more common mistakes that people make? Well, some of the most common mistakes include creating a trust, but never funding it, like I just alluded to. Then you have forgetting to update your beneficiaries as new people come into your life. You also have not coordinating the trust with a will, or trying to use DIY templates with no guidance. And then you have never reviewing it after life changes. A living trust is not just a set it and forget it tool. It should evolve as your life and finances evolve. So let me give you some quick clarity on the difference between a living trust versus a will. A will goes through probate. It kicks in after death, and it's public information. However, a living trust avoids probate. It works during life and after. It keeps everything private, and it offers you more control. It's, one of those things where the most comprehensive plans actually use both a trust and a will, but the trust does the heavy lifting. A living trust is about making things easier for the people that you love and keeping control over whatever you've built. If you've been thinking about setting one up or already have one and aren't sure it actually works the way you think it does, that's actually normal. What matters is just getting it right. If you want help thinking through whether a living trust makes sense for you and how to structure it properly, why don't you go ahead and check the link below and book a conversation with someone from my team. There's no pressure, just clarity. So if this video helped, please like, share, and subscribe. And I would suggest don't put it off any further. Go ahead and form your living trust. because good planning, it isn't morbid, it's responsible. Appreciate you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video.